on TalkSport. Well, it's official. The Friedkin Group have completed the takeover of Everton. The Farhad Moshiri era is no more.
Yeah, good news. Good news for everyone.
Well, let's get...
If you're an Everton fan.
Yes, indeed. Let's get a reaction now from the Toffee Blues Everton fan channel. James Pendleton joins us. Hi, James.
Hello, James.
Hi, lad. You all right?
Yeah. Probably, I'm sure you're cock a hoop. Although you would have done... Yeah, you would have been looking into their other football clubs and their work at Roma. So how are you feeling overall about the takeover?
Yeah, feeling really, really pleased. To be fair, I think everyone is. We were at a point where things were so bad, we were kind of willing for anyone to take it on, I think, at a certain point. But then obviously, when it looked like it was going to be 777 and that was falling apart and was probably going to be even worse than Moshiri, that's when you have to take stock a little bit and realise that maybe we need the right people rather than just anybody. And I think, by kind of not sheer luck, but kind of out of nowhere, Friedkin want to get involved earlier on in the year. You look at what they've done at Rome, and obviously they had a good start there. They were really well liked, and then they got rid of Mourinho, which was probably the right footballing decision, but the fans didn't enjoy that. De Rossi comes in, the fans love that. Probably not the right footballing decision. So it's been a bit of a mess over the last year or so over there. But I think before that, things are going well, and obviously people are learning, and every club's different. So I'm hoping that they've taken the lessons from Roma and they can obviously apply it to Everton.
Is your expectation that they're going to change the manager?
Not right away, no. I'd be very surprised if they changed it right away, unless obviously things start going really badly and Everton end up in a real predicament. But I think at the minute they're doing okay on the pitch. Obviously, the last two games have been positive. I think it came out maybe last week, people saying that they're unlikely to make a big splash straight away. And I think the three options of get a full-time, manager that they really want in right now, keep Dyche or get one until the end of the season. I think of all the realistic possibilities and the best options, I think the best one is definitely keep the manager now and then obviously again take stock in the summer and see what's what.
Yeah, I suppose the first job is to stay up and then consolidate next season. And then how far do you think you can go? What's a successful 5-year plan, James?
5-year plan. Wow, I think
it's been a while since you've had one of those, hasn't
it? Yeah, I think. If Everton can be in 5 years' time, I think where and something like a Newcastle or a Villa are.
Villa, I was thinking
around
Villa.
European places, doing well in cups, and obviously I'd love to be able to sit here in 5 years and say I've seen Everton win a trophy. That would be the ultimate. Obviously, the stadium's delivered, so that's like a big kind of. Not monkey off their back, but that's something that obviously I think owners worry about when they go into clubs. Do we need to fix the infrastructure there? Do we need to get a new stadium on the go? I think they were looking at that at Roma as well. So that's well out the way and a massive thing, of course. So, yeah, hopefully I think in 5 years' time we can be back in European contention and doing stuff in the cups and say hopefully celebrating at least one. That'll be a very, very successful 5 years.
It's quite odd when you move to a new ground. I experienced it as a Tottenham fan, and we didn't actually move. I mean, it's a different stadium, but we were still in the same spot. Arsenal moved down the road. Other clubs have done it before, and it's a bit of a weird. I think it's a bit of a weird experience for players. I can imagine there'll be a bit of a settling in period at the start of next season, James, for the players.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be probably a little bit more difficult than I think people kind of realise. I think the big one in the Premier League have been Tottenham and West Ham over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Obviously, West Ham was not a total disaster. They've won a trophy since they've been there, and obviously they've been, again, bouncing around Europe, as I've said. But I think that stadium will just kind of never really be what the fans want, whereas obviously they're hoping that this stadium is a much smoother transition into that. Obviously, Tottenham have gone from kind of where they were at White Hart Lane, obviously developed a bit there while they were obviously waiting at Wembley as well. Maybe things haven't quite worked out as they would have hoped. Arsenal as well, obviously the Emirates had a massive impact on kind of the finances there and who they could sign and how they could develop as a club. So it's not easy moving to a new stadium, absolutely. There's going to be some teething issues, I'm sure, and obviously having the same playing squad, and Everton aren't going to be able to spend loads and loads of money, I'm sure, right from the very start. So there'll be a settling in period, and that's obviously why you got to look at kind of 5 years rather than 12, 24 months or whatever it is.
Yeah, it takes a while to get the stickers off, doesn't it, and make it feel like home. What's your best Goodison memory going to be, James?
Well, I hope it's yet to come, to be fair. That'd be really nice, wouldn't it? But I think in terms of what I've actually seen, I would probably have to say the derby in April. Obviously Everton beating Liverpool 2-0. I think certainly the second goal, a real Everton goal. First time I've ever seen Everton score against Liverpool at Goodison. So never mind win. That was good. And I think Newcastle as well, a couple of seasons ago, we beat them. Alex Iwobi scored last sort of kick of the game kind of thing, 99th, 100th minute. So that was also really special. But they're the two that really stick out, I'd say.
I'm trying to think of players on who are kind of out of contract soon about the in trade for the Friedkins. I mean, isn't Calvert-Lewin up at the end of the season? Is that right?
Yeah, CalvertLewin. I think Tarkovsky is another one. Drissagay, Abdoulaye Doucouré. Obviously all the lads who are on loan. Broja, Lindstrom. So yeah, they're the main ones. I think it's 12 or 13 players all told who are coming towards the end of their deal. Yeah.
I mean, are you of a mind? Let's stick with Calvert-Lewin first. Are you of a mind to let him go? I mean, because to get some money in January, if that can be organised, or would you like to see him stay?
I think overall, I'd probably rather him stay, but only stay as in he signed a new contract, not stay to the end of the season. That'd be tough. So if he's hell bent on leaving Everton, then yeah, definitely would much rather cash in 15, 20 million quid in January, even if it doesn't help in the immediate. We wouldn't need to sign a replacement either, I don't think. Obviously, Broja's back fit now. Chimiti's nearly fit, and obviously Beto's still at the club. So we're actually well stocked in the striker department, which is crazy when you think about the last sort of 4 or 5 years we've had. But yeah, if he doesn't want to sign a new deal, then yeah, absolutely cash in on January.
Nice one. Well, you say the world feels a better place today than it did yesterday, from your point of view, at least. So you're feeling a bit more optimistic as an Evertonian. It's been a while since Evertonians could say that, I think.
Yeah, 100%. And I think obviously as well, because when Farhad Misheri came in, the promises were so great and the delivery on them has been kind of non-existent, really, bar the stadium. Obviously, the team have regressed massively on the pitch. So I think Evertonians kind of know what to expect now. They know that it's not going to be a magic wand straight away fixing it. It's going to be a case of developing, a couple of steps backwards, a few steps forward, that kind of thing. So hopefully what we've seen over the last sort of maybe 9 years of Misheri kind of stands us in good stead for what I'm sure will be some choppy waters to begin with, but obviously hopefully after that we can develop and get to that point where we hopefully wanted to be, kind of 5-6 years ago.
Excellent. Good to talk to you.
Cheers, James.
Thanks, James.
Thanks on, lads. Cheers for that.
James Pendleton there from Toffee Blues.
Be a bit damp. Looks like it's going to be a bit damp, that stadium, doesn't it? Right, down.
What is it?
Down by
A bit damp.
down on the docks.
I think they're probably damp
right on the water.
It looks like a lovely picture I've seen. Looks like a
bit
lovely
of damp
stadium.
coming through. You have to paint over that damp once a year.
Yeah.
No,
I think that'll be the main focus when they're moving. That does look very nice, and
yeah, it'd be nice.
Goodison really is,
it's a great. If you've not been, try and get there this season because it's a brilliant.
It's a hot
stadium.
ticket, I understand, but the thing is, it's a bit like when you're moving. You're definitely moving, and you think, I'm not going to be spending money on the old place.
No, yeah. Of course.
So there's been a little bit of that going on. But
your boiler goes during the negotiations.
They'll be in the new place soon. It won't be a problem.
Great.
So